In 2009, Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano, the same Vigano who released the 11-page document accusing cardinals and, yes, even Pope Francis himself, in 2009, he was appointed by Pope Benedict to the Secretary General of the Vatican City Governorate. Now, from 2009 to 2010, under Vigano's leadership, the Vatican City went from a 10.5 million negative deficit to a 44 million positive surplus. How did that happen? Was Vigano really good at the stock market? No. It seems that this $54 million swing into the black, into the positive, was in fact not great investing, but the consolidating of hidden funds. Now, not surprisingly, in September of 2010, that same year, the Italian government seized 23 million euros from the Vatican Bank, from the IOR. About 6 months after the money was seized, on March 27th, 2011, Archbishop Vigano, the same Vigano, addressed a letter to Pope Benedict XVI describing the financial corruption in the Vatican Bank, the IOR. Now, just a few weeks later, Rome's Attorney General released the 23 million euros, those assets, back into the Vatican Bank. A few months after that, on August 13th, 2011, Pope Benedict XVI removes Vigano from within the Secretariat of State and instead appoints him as Papal Nuncio to the United States of America, where he will live in Washington, D.C., next to Cardinal McCarrick and Cardinal Wuerl. Well, it seems that Pope Benedict knew that he could trust him to go and make an honest investigation into the alleged corruption of the infamous Cardinal McCarrick. Was there corruption at the IOR, the Vatican Bank, or was there not? Well, just a few months after this happened, in May 2012, a journalist, Gianluigi Nuzzi, published a book called His Holiness, The Secret Papers of Pope Benedict XVI. And this book included letters by none other than Archbishop Vigano. Just a few days later, on May 23rd, 2012, the Pope's butler, Paolo Gabriele, was arrested by Vatican police, not Italian police, but by the police force of Vatican City itself. And the next day he was charged. And on the very next day, May 24th, 2012, the head of the Vatican Bank was fired. And the reason given was, quote, failure to provide any formal explanation for the dissemination of documents last known to be in the president's possession. He chooses 3 of his most trusted cardinals to do an investigation on the irregularities of the Vatican Bank and to find out who these people are. They prepared a 300-page dossier inside of a red binder and presented it to Pope Benedict XVI on December 17th, 2012. This red binder with 300 pages in it documented financial corruption, but also deep moral corruption, allegedly describing Vatican hierarchs and cardinals dressed in drag with lewd details about them given by Roman male prostitutes. And so at this point, it becomes clear to Pope Benedict that the financial irregularities are also related to moral irregularities related to homosexuality inside the walls of Vatican City. The binder was given on December 17th, 2012. It was on December 22nd, 5 days later, that Pope Benedict pardoned his butler, Paolo. And this has led some, including myself, to wonder, perhaps the leak was on purpose. Now, just a couple weeks after he receives the binder and reportedly decides to resign, pressure is placed upon him. On January 1st, 2013, the ATM machines inside Vatican City, they cease to work. And all the Vatican bank accounts are reportedly closed. On February 11th, so a month and 11 days later, Pope Benedict XVI announces publicly that he is going to resign the papacy. The very next day, on February 12th, 2013, a Swiss company called the Aduno Group takes over the operation of the Vatican ATM cash machine. What's interesting is just a few months after the election of Pope Francis, in June 2013, the money laundering case against the ex-head of the Vatican Bank, Goto Tedici, was dropped. So really, it was a 4-punch knockout. First off, Vegano blows the whistle on alleged money laundering. 2, the accusation of money laundering leads to the Vatileaks scandal. 3, the Vatileaks scandal leads Benedict to form a secret investigation with 3 cardinals. And then 4, those 3 cardinals expose moral rot, sexual deviancy that's been paired up with financial irregularity. This is what moves the Pope to resignation. And just to make sure there's enough pressure on him to actually do it and to do it quick, something funny goes on with the Vatican banks beginning on January 1st. Those who were opposed to Benedict XVI, theologically, but also on administration, have been reinstalled, reinstated, and promoted. Vegano says that Benedict XVI put sanctions on Cardinal McCarrick in Washington, D.C., and that Pope Francis reversed them. If that's the case, we can see that within the walls of Vatican City, not just cardinals working secretly, but Pope Francis himself has been undermining the investigation that was prompted by Vegano as far back as 2010.